Hey guys, at the moment there's a heat wave, so it's the perfect time to make a couple popsicles. We're going to make a Bailey's ice cream with a caramelized white chocolate, a cheesecake ice cream and sorbet, a vanilla cone with a strawberry ice cream, a black forest cake inspired popsicle, and the final one is a raspberry and basil sorbet with yogurt. So, let's begin. Let's begin with the Bailey's and caramel popsicle. First, the Bailey's ice cream. Pour 400 grams of Bailey's in a saucepan and reduce it on a medium heat till you're left with 180 grams. Stir it every now and then to prevent it from burning. I always know the weight of my pans to easily check the reduction process. The pan weighs 1035 grams, so that plus 180 grams means the end weight needs to be 1215 grams. You'll end up with a nice thick syrup. Then add 330 grams of cream, 220 grams of milk and 80 grams of sugar. Now while stirring, bring this to a boil. It will burn quite fast, so keep an eye on it. Meanwhile, transfer 100 grams of egg yolk in a bowl, and once it has boiled, while stirring, slowly pour the liquid on the yolks. Now normally you need to pour it back into the pan and give it some more heat till it has reached the temperature of 85 degrees Celsius. But because it was already hot enough, the ice cream base had already properly thickened. Then add 3 grams of ice cream stabilizer and give it a good mix with a hand blender. I use Step 2000. Now cover it and let it rest overnight in your fridge. The next day you can give it another mix before pouring it into an ice cream machine and turning it into a beautiful ice cream. Find a link to all the equipment in the description of this video. Now beforehand I already prepped my mold with the wooden sticks and popped them in the freezer so the ice cream doesn't melt when I filled them. Once the ice cream is done, transfer it into a piping bag and fill your mold all the way. Try to press the tip in the corners so no air pockets can form. All the molds in this video are from Mold Brothers. Also find the link in the description. Level the top with a palette knife and let it set in your freezer for at least a couple of hours. My freezer is at the lowest possible temperature, so you can easily unmold them without any issues. Now keep them covered in your freezer for later. Then the caramelized chocolate glaze. First spread 200 grams of white chocolate on a tray and toast it at 150 degrees Celsius for about 15 minutes. You want a lovely golden brown color. When you're happy with the color, let them cool down completely and then transfer it into a measuring cup. Also add 3 grams of flaky salt. Then on a low heat, melt 150 grams of cocoa butter. Once melted, pour it on the caramelized white chocolate and then blend it till smooth. This can take a couple of minutes. Now place around 30 grams of toasted cashews on a cutting board and roughly chop them. To ensure I only use the coarse pieces, I then pass it through a sieve, leaving you with the perfect size. Then mix the preferred amount of chopped cashews with the chocolate glaze. After that, take the frozen Bailey's popsicles and dip them once or twice in the glaze. The temperature of the glaze is around 35 degrees Celsius. Once you're happy with the result, place them on a metal tray. To bring them to the next level, I then piped some melted white chocolate on top and shaped it with a frozen stamp. A perfect way to give your popsicle a personal touch. Now the carrot cake popsicle. First the cream cheese ice cream. Mix 80 grams of water with 130 grams of sugar, 20 grams of glucose syrup, half an empty vanilla pod, 5 cardamom pods, half a cinnamon stick and a touch of grated nutmeg. These are the 4 spices I always put in my carrot cake. Heat this up till it's at a low simmer. Then turn off the heat and let it infuse for at least 1 hour. Meanwhile, mix 400 grams of yogurt that has 10% fat together with 100 grams of cream cheese. Then pass the syrup through a fine sieve on the cream cheese and blend it till smooth. Once smooth, add 2 grams of ice cream stabilizer. Like before, I use Step 2000. Blend it once more and then let it rest overnight in your fridge before pouring it into an ice cream machine. Turn it into a beautiful ice cream. Just look at that beautiful texture. Transfer it into a piping bag and fill a pre-frozen mold. Level the top and cover the mold with the top part. Now insert some wooden sticks in the ice cream and make sure you press it down as far as possible. Let it set in your freezer. Once set, gently remove them and keep them in your freezer. Now for the carrot layer, first pour 600 grams of carrot juice in a saucepan and reduce it on a medium heat till you're left with 400 grams. After that, add 100 grams of sugar with 40 grams of lemon juice and 40 grams of ginger syrup. Mix it well before pouring 10 grams into each pre-frozen mold. Then press the frozen cream cheese ice cream in there and let it set once more. I left it overnight to ensure it's fully set. Then gently wiggle the mold to release the vacuum and take the popsicles out. Now for the strawberry ice cream cone. First, the strawberry ice cream. Begin by cleaning enough strawberries for 350 grams. Then add 90 grams of sugar with 30 grams of lemon juice, 60 grams of glucose and 2 grams of Step 2000. Now blend it till smooth. Once smooth, add 100 grams of cream and blend it for another 10 seconds. Then pass it through a fine sieve. Tap the side of the sieve to speed up the process. Again, let it rest in your fridge before pouring it into an ice cream machine. If you want to serve the ice cream on its own, keep it in a freezer that's minus 12 degrees Celsius, so it stays nice and flexible. Now fill a pre-frozen mold with the ice cream and make sure you fill all the corners. Level it and then let it set in your freezer. Once frozen, remove them from the mold and keep them covered in your freezer for later. Now the vanilla cone. Begin by melting 80 grams of butter on a low heat. Meanwhile, mix 100 grams of flour with 100 grams of icing sugar, 2 grams of salt and the seeds from half a vanilla pod. While mixing, add 60 grams of egg white and the melted butter. When there are no more lumps, stop mixing to prevent too much gluten from forming. Let it rest for at least 1 hour. After that, spread it on a silicone cone mold and level it. Bake them at 150 degrees Celsius for around 15 to 20 minutes. When they're still hot, remove them from the mold and portion them. Then trim the sides with a big round cutter. Now place them back on the metal tray and bake them for another minute. Again, when still hot, shape the cones with a cone shaper. Press it well to ensure you get a tight end result. Now let them cool down before filling them with some tempered white chocolate. When it's full, turn it around to remove any excess chocolate. Let it set for at least 30 minutes and then keep them dry and covered. Now to finish the popsicle, place the strawberry ice cream on the cone and pipe little dots of the white chocolate in the dents. Sprinkle some toasted almond bits on top and it's ready to be served. Then the raspberry, basil and yogurt popsicle. First, the raspberry sorbet. Transfer 280 grams of raspberries in a measuring cup and also add 60 grams of sugar, 20 grams of lemon juice, 40 grams of glucose, a gram of Step 2000 and 5 grams of basil leaves. Now blend it till smooth. Once smooth, pass it through a fine sieve. Now the next step is to let the base rest in your fridge. I do this for a couple of hours, preferably overnight. And we do this because you can imagine me shaking your head for 10 minutes straight and then asking to perform a task. You're gonna need a minute to relax. And it's the same with the stabilizers. Plus, you want all those lovely flavors to infuse. So, cover it and let it rest for a couple of hours, preferably overnight in your fridge. The next day, you need to blend it for another 10 seconds before pouring it into an ice cream machine and turn it into a beautiful sorbet. For this one, I also prepared the mold with the wooden sticks and pre-froze it. You could also fill all the molds in this video without churning the ice cream or sorbet, but I prefer the texture like this. Plus, it's a lot cheaper because you add air during the turning, which increases the volume. Now fill a piping bag with the sorbet and fill the mold all the way. Then level the top and freeze them till solid. Once frozen, remove them from the mold and keep them covered in your freezer. Now the basil and yogurt jelly. First the basil part. Mix 300 grams of apple juice with 20 grams of sugar and 4 grams of agar powder. Mix it well and bring it to a boil for at least 30 seconds. Meanwhile, place a bowl in a deep ice bath and transfer 30 grams of basil in the bowl. When the gel base has boiled, you can pour it on the basil leaves. Then you need to mix it so the base can cool down as fast as possible and the basil doesn't turn brown. Once it has set, transfer it into a blender and blend it till smooth. Beware that the gel doesn't heat up too much from the friction, then it will also lose its green color. Now soak 3 leaves or 5 grams of gelatin in cold water. Then pour 20 grams of lemon juice in a pan and heat it up till it starts to steam. When that's the case, turn off the heat and dissolve the gelatin. Now slowly while mixing, add the gelatin liquid. Then transfer it on the silicone mold and level it with the matching comb. This will create a lovely line pattern. Transfer it on a tray and let it set in your fridge for at least 30 minutes. Meanwhile, soak 4 leaves or 6.6 grams of gelatin in cold water. Now heat up 30 grams of ginger syrup and once it starts to steam, turn off the heat and dissolve the gelatin. Then in 2 or 3 parts, add 250 grams of yogurt that has a 10% fat percentage. Mix it well in between so no lumps can form. Once the temperature is around 25 degrees Celsius, you can pour it on the cold mold and directly level it with a big palette knife. If you wait too long, the gelatin already starts to set, so you need to work fast. Now let it set for at least 30 minutes as well. After that, use the raspberry sorbet to check the size and portion it. Very gently remove it from the mold and lay it on a plastic sheet. Place the frozen sorbet on top and use the sheet to roll the jelly around the popsicle. Trim the sides and make sure all the ends match. Keep it in an airtight container in your freezer to prevent the jelly from breaking and drying out. Let it come to room temperature for a minute once you take it out of the freezer and then they're ready to be served. Now let's make the Black Forest cake inspired popsicle. First the cherry sorbet. Begin by cleaning enough cherries for 300 grams. For this you need to remove the stems and pits. Then add 60 grams of sugar with 20 grams of lemon juice, 40 grams of glucose and a gram of Step 2000. Blend it till smooth. This can take a couple of minutes. Transfer it in a piping bottle and fill each part of the mold with 3.5 grams. Now level the mold by tapping it and then freeze it for an hour. Meanwhile, we can make the cream base. For this, mix 250 grams of cream with 250 grams of milk and 120 grams of sugar. Mix it well and then bring it to a boil. Meanwhile, transfer 80 grams of egg yolk in a bowl and once the liquid has boiled, while stirring, slowly add it to the yolks. This time the base wasn't hot enough, so I poured it back into the pan and while stirring, cooked it till the temperature is 85 degrees Celsius. Now pour it in a bowl, add 2 grams of Step 2000 and blend it till smooth. Cover it and let it cool down in your fridge. After that, pipe 4 grams in each part of the mold and also freeze this for at least 1 hour. Now the final layer, the chocolate and cherry sorbet. Pour 150 grams of cherry liquor in a pan and heat it up. Then flambe it with a blowtorch to burn the alcohol off. If you don't do this, the base has trouble freezing, because alcohol doesn't freeze. Once the flame is out, add 400 grams of water together with 200 grams of sugar and 3 grams of salt. Mix it well and then bring it to a boil. Then add 75 grams of cocoa powder and while stirring, boil it for 2 minutes. After that, mix 170 grams of dark chocolate with 2 grams of Step 2000 in a bowl and pour the hot cocoa base on there. Now blend it till smooth. Then cover it and let it set in your fridge. Once set, blend it once more before filling the final part of the mold. The final part needs to be around 5 grams. Now close the top and press the wooden sticks in the chocolate sorbet. Freeze this for at least 2 hours to ensure all the layers are set and then gently remove them from the mold. That looks super cool, right? Okay guys, that's it for today. I'm incredibly happy with the result. I think all 5 popsicles look amazing and the flavor is there 100% for sure as well. They're melting, so I gotta be fast. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what you want to see next. like and share, and please subscribe if you want to support my channel and if you don't want to miss any other great recipes. And as always, bon appetit!